James Whitaker studied Thomas for a long moment before setting down the small piece of wood he'd been sanding. His movements were unhurried, but his gaze was sharp, like someone who had spent years measuring the weight of strangers' intentions before letting them in. "You're not from around here," James said finally, his voice low and rough, as though every word had to be pushed through gravel. "No," Thomas admitted, stepping into the shed. The air smelled of sawdust and cold metal. "My name's Thomas. I think you knew my wife." Her name was Margaret. Margaret Lewis. At the mention of the name, something flickered across James's face, an almost imperceptible tightening of the jaw, followed by a deep, steady breath. "Margaret," he repeated softly, as if testing the weight of the word after years of silence. "She passed away 2 years ago," Thomas continued, feeling his throat tighten. "I found a letter she wrote. It was addressed to the man I have never met, but think of every day. I believe she meant you." James's eyes dropped to the floor. He reached for a stool and sat heavily, as if his legs could no longer hold him. For a moment, he said nothing, the only sound the faint rustle of wind against the shed walls. "She was my daughter," James said at last. "I've known it every day of my life since the day I left." Thomas's breath caught. Admission was both expected and shocking. "Why?" He asked the question sharper than he intended. "Why did you leave her? Why never come back?" James rubbed his palms together slowly, as though trying to warm them against an old cold. "Your wife's mother, Eleanor, was the love of my life. But when I came back from Vietnam, I wasn't the man she'd married. I was angry. I drank too much. I hurt people without meaning to. When Eleanor told me she was pregnant, I thought the best thing I could do for them was disappear before I ruined them too." Thomas's mind flashed to Margaret's quiet strength, the way she always carried herself with a kind of self-contained grace. She had never spoken of this man, yet now here he was, haunted by the very absence he had chosen. "I tried to find them once,"